I clicked this live, right? Yeah, okay, it's all live, right? Okay. Oh, good evening. Oh, yeah, wait, why is this not telling me that you're on? Oh, Leslie Guts too. Well, hello, yellow. Where's... Wait, my voice synthesizer is not work. Oh, there it is.
Yellow.
Oh, there it is. Wait, I want to check if there is a cool item I can get. Let me see. I think it was... I have a mustache. Sunglasses, no. Let's see what there is. Wait, let me see. I think there is a thing where it shows you. Workshop, I think that's what it was. No, wait, is it this one? The one that has items that you can wear. Oh, these are the items.
Hola, Lilin.
Oh, hello. Hello. Wait, where... Is there items on this? Wait, now how do I find the items? I don't remember. Browse items. Search. I don't know, maybe lawyer. Does that work? Hammer. Sherlock. Detective? Simple microphone. Wait a minute. That does not look great. Yeah, looking over the... There's a dual disc. Wait a minute. I need this. I need this. For later. Purposes. Let me add it to my thing. Subscribe. Wait, how do you download it? I don't understand anymore. Oh well. Oh, they have cool items. Oh well. Also, how's everyone? I had a long walk yesterday. Too much of a long walk. I got tired. Got real tired. I can hold tea. This tea is... It's not correct though. Oh! Wait, I want to add this. Okay, wait, let me just add a bunch of stuff. And I don't know why if I need the tea, but I can get the tea. Yeah. Oh, it's cute. Everything's so cute. Sorry, looking at icons. Icons are cute. But nothing matches a lawyer, so I don't know what to do about this. Oh well. Well, I'll go with the, do I have it here? I didn't even download it. Did I download? Is it already downloaded? Can't tell. Christmas, 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 not Christmas, which nope. I think I have to click the button. I go the mustache. Oh, I have a hammer. What happens if I click the hammer? Okay. This is totally not necessary. Oh my god. I don't think I need this, but yeah, I don't think I need this. Maybe one day if we want to use it in life. Let me show it. Let me show it. Yeah. Luma wipe. Yeah, maybe one day if I ever need this in life. It's a smell. I don't know if I need this. Always moving, but okay. Let me delete this. Yeah, okay, never mind. Whatever. We'll go with this for now until I think about this. Anyway, what happened last? Does anyone remember? Because I honestly don't remember. Wait, where's the controller? Where's my Where am I? Oh, there it is. Also, it's a wire that connects to my controller. Anyway, yeah, I remember nothing. Something about, we went to England and, had first trial and investigation part 1. Wait, did I already start this? I really don't remember anything. Oops. Yeah, so, if anyone remembers. Oh, it's new! The Hound of the Baskervilles! A hound it was, but not much such a hound as me. What? I guess it's a new thing. Cool.
霧のまとわりつく拳銃の撃鉄を起こして息を潜めて待った。永遠とも思える静寂。そしてその瞬間は突然訪れた。
I like how there's like English subs on English subs.
の中から見たこともない巨大な獣が私の目の前に踊り出たのだ。それは確かに犬だった。しかし明らかに尋常ではなかった。
Oh man, I missed this, Ace Attorney.
猛牛ほどもある体育に
Gyakuten Saiban.
青白い炎をまとっている。
White hot flame.
血を這うような息遣いとうなり声。私はあまりの恐怖に震え上がった。見たまえワトソン。ホームズは魔獣を見据えて言い放った。
Look away what?
こいつこそバスカビル家に代々
Hound of the Baskerville. Okay. Not for sure, but okay. And then what? Oh my god, so nostalgic! Our first 2 months in London passed by in a flash. Did that happen? In that disconcerting courtroom experience we were first thrown into on the day we arrived in the country. I think we were trying to protect this fellow Japanese guy who looks super suspicious. Yeah. Yeah, and Soseki-san's terrible ordeal that had followed closely behind, we had emerged victorious. However, there then came an abrupt end to our opportunities to appear in court. Which was hardly surprising, of course, since I was nothing more than an amateur, an unknown student of law from a faraway land. So life in our little office was very quiet.
And Professor Layton too.
I still have not played that one, even though everyone says that's good too. Maybe one day. That is, until it was shattered one day by that fateful telegram. Oh man, this sound. The typewriter sound. Wait, I have a legal consultancy office? I guess? Sure. Dun dun dun. Oh. That morning, I was woken by the unreserved knocking on the door by the telegram boy. Telegram boy? I mean, yes, this is forever ago. I'm like, wait, how does that work again? But after he'd gone, Susato-san's behavior became very obviously strange. Oh, so there was a message? Susato-san? Yes? Is it time to leave for court already? I forgot our voices, so forgive me if I don't remember. Let me see. What case is it today? I don't think I'm scheduled to defend anyone at the moment, am I? Oh, no, of course not. How silly of me. But I think Iris... Oh, I think the little tiny girl, one of them, there was like 2, wasn't there? Or was it the one? I forget. Said she would make us breakfast this morning. Oh yeah, we live with Sherlock Holmes. I mean, Sholmes, whatever. So shall we go down to Mr. Sholmes' suite? Mr. Holmes. Yes, Iris makes the most delicious breakfast food. She does, doesn't she? And once our bellies are full, we can leave for court in fighting fit form. My volume is super loud, wait. Okay. Let me see, what case is it today? Do we have a case? What? Here we go again. Oh. Examine. It's our new room, I believe. What is the stove? It's spring at last and the weather is warmer now. But I love the smell of the fire and the steam rising from the kettle. Oh, would you like some tea, Naruto-san? Thank you, Susato-san, but I'm alright for now. With the green tea Susato-san makes me from time to time, and Iris's unique herbal infusions. This place is paradise for a true tea lover. 2 different types of teas, right? British tea and Japanese tea. Green tea is such a wonderful what was this there? Accompaniment, whatever, I forget, to British tea cakes, don't you think? This is my desk. It looks really messy. There's a dotted on top. We've only been here in London for about 2 months, but my desk is starting to look a little messy already. You could tidy up once in a while. Sato-san, I always say making a mess is a small sacrifice to pay for being able to further your studies. And time spent tidying up is time you can't devote to the same cause. Well, that depends on if you take time finding stuff after. And time spent on ridiculous arguments is time that could be better spent on some simple housework. Yep. She wins, but I'm supposed to be the lawyer here. She's just like this assistant at this point. I think she is. Last I checked. What is this? Oh, it's a tea set with the whisk. So this is the tea set that Suzuto-san brought with her from Japan. Let's hope she hasn't noticed me slipping sugar and milk into my cup when she makes it. It's just so bitter. Oh, it is when you do matcha. Tea is a drink to be enjoyed, Naruto-san. You really don't have to force yourself to drink it, you know? I don't like to see you screw up your face so. What? What? I like mine also with sugar. Can I go left or again? Look around. Okay. What is this blue? What? That blue looks radioactive somehow. Ah, this must be the telegram. Let's see. Oh. Ah! No! You mustn't look at that. Not under any circumstances. Alright, I won't. What? What? What's going on? I'm sorry, Nanho-san. They can be very mischievous at times. Then put the telegram away if you don't want people looking at it. It's so blue. Seriously. This is an aquarium? You were rather lucky to find that old aquarium left behind here. What? The prawns we put in there are doing rather well. And the anemones too. I don't know about anemones, fam. I heard that for prawn or shrimp. There's certain shrimps where you just leave it alone, they just survive and just multiply like crazy. I know because my parents have it. It's a wonderful invention, isn't it? See, behind glass, inside your room. When you put it that way, I guess so. Another example of Great Britain's greatness. Having to clean it out and change the water isn't so great though, is it? Yeah, I know the feeling. Not that I ever did it, but... Is that it? Do you know? I've never seen inside your room but there, Sato-san. Oh, is that hers? Susato. I actually can't see the words on that. I've never even peeped inside. Well, duh, you shouldn't. I should think so too. The young maiden's private chamber is a place of bittersweet secrets. You know what? Is this bittersweetness you're talking about? Whatever you say, young maiden. No, I think it's about everything. Converse. The telegram. So, what was it about? The telegram that was delivered this morning, I mean. Oh, a telegram? I don't know what you're talking about. Dude, it was right there. In blue. In blindingly radioactive blue. Sorry, but you're not going to get away with that. Well, I didn't think I would. Actually, don't give it a moment's thought. It's nothing interesting. Boring, in fact. It was just a boring old telegram. That's 3 times now that she's tried and failed to convince me it was nothing. I promise I'll tell you about it at some point. At some point. Alright, I understand. Okay, the guy that we defended? I suppose Soseki-san will have arrived back in Japan by now, won't he? Yes, I should think so. He left immediately after that terrible ordeal. Which would mean he should have completed the voyage already, or be just a few days away. Man, we have planes now, we don't need to travel by a month in like a boat, or 2 months. A fortnight ago, we had that very long telegram from him, do you remember? Complaining of seasickness. How did they send a telegram? Wait, oh wait, no, telegram I think was like electronical at some point? And then, no wait, electronical and then they printed it out and give it to you? Because not everyone has access to like the telegram or something? I assume. But by and large, it seems the voyage has been going well. Is something wrong, Naruto-san? I was just wondering what might have become of Soseki-san. He stayed in London, that's all. You mean, as regards Lord Von Zeeks? Oh yeah, the Reaper who was meant all his, what is it? Prosecuted victims all like die or something, was it? Yes, I can't help wondering if seasickness would have paled into insignificance in that case. Oh, the Reaper. I feel like we're gonna fight him this time too. What is it they say? What is it they say? That no one who stands in the dock can be saved from the Reaper, right? Actually, wait, let me okay. Like the way that nightmarish trial ended on the very day we arrived in London. Oh yeah, some guy just like went into flames and that was terrible. That was so terrible. Even 2 months on, the cause of that dreadful fire is still a mystery. Yes, but at least Soseki-san is safely out of the country now. Presumably that means he is safe from the Reaper, right? That the curse of the Reaper can only take effect within the confines of the city of London, perhaps? Which means someone is involved. Unless London's cursed. Even if that's the case, it's little comfort. I have a terrible sense of foreboding. What if they sent an assassin after him? If the legend of the Reaper is to be believed, it would mean he wields the sword of justice himself. Come to think of it, I wonder what he's been up to these past 2 months. Surely not wielding that sword against more acquitted defendants. No, I don't think so. Wait, what kind of confidence do you have, girl? Apparently Lord Van Zeeks hasn't appeared in court once since our last encounter. Oh? Yes, since Soseki-san's trial, he's withdrawn from judicial service again. Wait, it sounds like Mitsurugi from the Ace Attorney Gyakuten Saiban series. I can't believe I lost to you. Let me think about it for like a couple months and like think of my existence essentially. Really? Just like before, when he wasn't seen in court at all for several years. So, it's just been me who's had to face him in his recent spate of trials then? Ah, just my luck. I wonder if luck doesn't come into it. Sorry, what was that? What? He takes the lives of weak victims and that becomes his life force. Oh, nothing. Never mind. Oh, is that it? Okay. Present. Yeah, you know it's okay. Oh! Home and wait, my lodgings and office located in the attic above the suite of rooms rented by Mr. Sholmes. I call it a consultancy, but clients aren't exactly beating down the door. World famous! Great detective and his young companion Iris. Oh, they consult him, but not me, what? Obviously though, I'm a newbie. How fancy it is over here. 15th April, Holmes' suite. Good morning, Bruno. It was his violin background. That distracted me. Wait. It sounds like someone's practicing the violin. Morning, Susie. Wait, why Bruno get? Oh, Nadu. Yeah, I don't know anymore. Good morning, Iris. Iris. What is it, Bruno? What is that terrible noise? It sounds like a cat being strangled. I won't say it's that bad. That was me when I tried violin first time too. Yes, you noticed that, did you? Who that? Is that Holmes, isn't it? Oh, it is. Charlie isn't in the best form this morning, it seems. What's that skull in the background? What? Hello. Hello, Mr. Holmes? Good morning? His hair was always so fluffy looking under his hat. A good morning to Dai, perhaps. What? Has something happened, Miss Holmes? You look miserable and the way you're playing the violin before. Is it just because he sucks? But okay. My analytical mind is dead. Music is dead. The world is dead. Sounds like me when I lose my match in Yu-Gi-Oh! Damn this blurred's existence! That's all it is, my dear fellow. Nothing of consequence. Is that a new case? I'm afraid I don't understand. Well, Iris, isn't it time we ate? Some dry toast and insipid coffee for me, if it's not too much trouble. Oh, hello. Doing Ace Attorney for the first time in like almost a year. Meow. What? Oh my god, cat! With the bow! Oh my god, they name it Wagahai. Oh look, it's Wagahai. There was that book, the famous, is it book or poem? I forget. It's called Wagahai wa Neko, which means I, in super formal I am a king, kind of formal way of saying I am a cat. Wagahai is I in the super kingly informal, kingly formal way. Or maybe it's not just king, it's like royalty feeling, is what it is. Although, I could be wrong, so don't take my word for it too much. Good morning, boy. There's a boy. Meow. Oh, I don't need to voice that because it already meows for me. There must be some sort of tiny door for cats to use. How did you figure that out? Or how did it get there? Well then, everyone, time for breakfast. Oh, wonderful. Let me help you, Iris. It would indeed be a fine day, Udai. I knew something looked different. He's not wearing his hat, right? Something's missing from Mr. Holmes' desk. Oh. Actually, it's a cool desk lamp holdings thing. This is before you have like clamps on the desk. You clamp on the thing and stuff. The metal pole that you create. This computer or something, or books? Look at Mr. Holmes' desk. It's completely clear. Is that enormous machine usually on it? I don't remember anything. It's been a year. I can never hope to understand what goes on in the great detective's mind, Mr. Naruhodo. Why, next time we're invited, you may find that he's vacated the entire suite. Oh, that's terrifying. That's scarily plausible, actually. This skull bothers me. Oh? Oh, different desk? Oh. There's all sorts on these shelves. Chemistry apparatus, books, papers, and lots of things I've never seen before. It's all heaped up so high I can't help feeling that the whole lot is going to topple at any moment. Oh, that would suck. There's an earthquake. Oh, it's such a charmingly untidy collection of paraphernalia, isn't it? And yet you say my terrible untidiness is terrible? It just looks messy to me, like my desk. But you, Mr. Naruhodo, must learn to tidy up after yourself. Lol. No favoritism there, then. Sarcastic. Yeah, what is a knife that's like attached to like the letters? The fire! It's not the fire, it's the knife. What? The fire is burning comfortingly in the grate again today. It's a very different feeling to Japanese hibachi somehow. What's hibachi? I don't even know. Oh, look at that photographic print of a lady displayed on the mantelpiece. Could it be? Who? I don't see. Yes, it must be. It's the woman. Oh, how exciting. Who? That's supposed to mean something to me? Yeah, I was like, what? Wait, achievement unlocked. The woman? Question mark? What? What? What woman? What woman? Wagahai. Mr. Natsume's... Natsume? Natsume? Was it Soseki Natsume? Oh, wait, we brought the cat to our place? Wait, did they have a cat? I don't remember anymore. Mr. Natsume's cat seemed to have settled in to his new home then. Oh yes, and I've become very attached to little Waggy. Oh wow. Okay. Waggy, okay, sure. It would appear his previous owner is completely forgotten to him. Cats are unfeeling creatures. Their mews as empty as the hearts of the muses. Oh, that's cute. If Mr. Natsume had no intention of taking Waggy back to Japan, I wonder why he kept him in the first place. Oh, dude, yes. I expect he would have taken him if he could. But pets are strictly forbidden aboard steamships in our experience. Oh yeah, I remember now. And for good reason. Terrible things can happen if the rules of passage are not obeyed. Well, it is 2 months. Plane's like relatively, I guess, still long, but better. But I don't mind. Because Waggy's adorable. Okay. Oh, the cat is cute though. Yes, he really is. Oh yes, what about the door? I don't remember seeing that tiny thing in the main door before. Where did that come from? Oh, you noticed? You're observant, Renault. Look, I use this. What is my latest invention? Is it just make a hole? What is that? I call it the cat flapple-mat. Flapple-mat, what? That's a weird name. Gosh, a machine for making doors just for cats. That's right, it can make a cat flap for a little furry friend, like Wacky in seconds. And it can do it in any door at all, no matter what it's made of. Wait, I don't believe that. Can't be if it's steel, what? It's very powerful, you see. Wouldn't it have been quicker to just make the cat flap, rather than making a machine to make the cat flap? Dude, you don't know anything about college, like mass production, yes? Well, yes, maybe, but now I can make cat flaps anywhere I like. I know, right? Oh, I think it's wonderful. You must make one for us in the door of our office upstairs, Iris. She really knows how to come up with unconventional inventions, this girl. Hee. Oh, that's it? Okay. It looks like that huge metal chest is being used as a table for tea and coffee. It seems very sturdy, with an equally sturdy lock. Was a chest though. Mr. Naruhodo, you mustn't go around opening things. I always have to keep an eye on you, don't I? Wait, you make it sound like I'm a thief. You're very mischievous. How did you come to that conclusion? These are all mementos of Mr. Holmes' past cases, I think. If he'd been involved in my case. Oh. I wonder if the beefsteak from Le Carnival would be displayed here. Oh yeah, beefsteak. The first thing I got accused about. Mystery shoe, a curious hammer, some mysterious dancing men, a bust of Napoleon. Why? Ah, what an entrancing collection. Entrancing? Entrancing? It looks like an untidy assortment of junk to me, rather like what's on my own shelves. Well, you really ought to learn to keep your things in order, Mr. Naruhodo. No favoritism there at all, again. There's more? Oh my god. Wait, this side is definitely her side of the room. Wait, that looks like the theory of matter a bit, but not really. Oh, Iris's beautiful tea set is there on the table as usual. A cup of one of her special herbal blends always helps me to relax when I'm feeling the strain. The English pastime of tea has many similarities with our own tea ceremony customs, don't you think? Well, kind of, but not really, I want to say. Doesn't look like it. It's the idea of hospitality behind it. That's the essence of tea. Okay. Yeah, in that case, sure. I tried whisking tea once, I think. It was okay. It was definitely a lot bitter. You need like the sweets with the tea for it to balance out. That's a charming little white shelf, and full of charming little bottles too. I wonder what they're made of, like chemicals. But the contents of them aren't quite so charming, it seems. Science is the future, Mr. Naruhodo. You can't deny it. I'm saving my money so that I can buy some chemistry apparatus as well. Are you a chemist? Law? Chemistry? Takedown throws? What diverse skills you boast, Mrs. Otho. As useful as they are, I'm not sure that my throwing skills are worthy of inclusion in that list. Not when you take down a criminal. This computer typewriter. Come to think of it, I haven't seen Iris doing much writing recently. I keep yawning for some reason. It's because early morning. Well, there's paper already set up in the typewriter. Look, as if she's about to start. That reminds me, when I mentioned that Iris was in the process of writing a full-fledged novel. Oh yeah, she does it, doesn't she? Mr. Natsume was most impressed. Ah yes, Mr. Natsume. That's what I'll be doing too once I'm back in Japan, he said through tightly clenched fists and teeth. Okay, I think that's it. You seem to be very unhappy this morning, Mr. Holmes. What happened? It used to be the case that in my hands, this violin sung like the dawn chorus. Its mellissonant tones would make flowers bloom. It would? But now, the muses are unamused with me. Huh, that's funny. The goddesses of music have thrown me over. Whatever do you mean, Mr. Holmes? For hours I have bowed, for days even. Through the night I have endeavored to no avail. That sound, my tone, is lost. That brilliant, clear, unwavering tone, gone forever! No more recitals of unbridled emotion. That was randomly emotional. Well, you haven't been practicing much lately, have you, Hurley? Oh, is that why? Don't worry, I'm sure I'll come back to you in time, I say with no confidence in anything. Heed my words, Mr. Naruhodo. The goddesses of the arts are fickle. One day they bestow genius on a man. The next, they unmercifully withdraw it. Oh dear. Yarn, what is happening to me? If they take the turn I have for the violin from me, what is left, for pity's sake? What is left? Your head? Deduction perhaps? Yeah, right. Isn't that what you're known for? Mr. Holmes, I don't like to pry, but... your desk looks rather empty today. Well done, Mr. Sato. Your observational skills do you credit. Oh, no, Mr. Holmes, they pale into insignificance when compared to yours. You struggle not to notice, wouldn't you? Okay. You mean Hurley's great what? Analytoscope? That's at Windy Banks now. What? Sorry? It's at a Windy Bank? I know, right? I was like, what? The name of a bank? No, Windy Banks. The pawnbrokery. Pawnbrokery. You pawned it? Pawn? What? You mean you've pawned that enormous machine of yours? It has some considerable value, you see. Quite undeservingly. But isn't it a very important machine for your work? I do wish you had consulted us if your situation had become so desperate. I mean, we're all kind of guessed too, but okay. I should have gladly passed what little income I have to you. Oh my god. I don't think you should do that either. Dear madame, things are far from desperate. But the pawnbroker has your wonderful machine. How can it be anything but desperate? Making use of a pawnbrokery is quite ordinary here in London, I assure you. It is? It doesn't sound ordinary at all. It would seem that neither of you fully understand how pawnbroking works. I don't. I thought you just like pawn it. And then one day someone else will buy it or something. Or you could buy it yourself one day. Oh, what's to understand exactly? There's literally a thing for this, but okay. What did you mean when you said that we didn't fully understand how pawnbroking works? Is it broke? Broke? I guess? I don't know. To the people of London, pawnbrokeries are akin to banks. Oh, they are? What? Banks? On Mondays, merchants relinquish their finest jackets and trappings to their pawnbroker of choice. With the money they receive in return, they are able to trade happily through the week. And then on Saturdays, they go recover their things using the money they've earned. Oh, what? That is like... a loan. Collateral loan. Isn't that what this is? I had no idea. This has been a fascinating lesson for us. Everyone does it, you see? Especially people in inner London. And should they have more money to spare, they will purchase another fine jacket. Not to wear, obviously, but to pawn, should the need arise. Oh, how ingenious! Yeah, it's loan essentially. Kind of. Or collateral, I guess. So whatever we have, something's that's getting in the way, we leave it at Windibanks, you see? What if you don't get it in time then? A pawnbrokery can be thought of as an extremely secure vault. Wait. How do the pawnbroker people make money then? Do they sell the cloak? Because they can't, or can they? Maybe someone buys it for more than the value and they'd be like, okay, take it. Would have thought that even pawnbrokers are different here in Great Britain. Of course, you have to watch Hurley with it. Sometimes he pawns things he really shouldn't. Don't you, Hurley? Why is it Hurley again? Hurley? I don't remember. What does it matter? The world is dead to me now. What's going on with him? Okay. Oh! Oh, what was that? Wakahai? Nope. I was like, all the T's broken. What was that? Oh no! Wakahai is tangled up in your violin! Oh, what? And how do you tangle a violin? I think he thinks it's a toy! No! What's he doing to it? Oh dear. Mr. Hope's precious violin. Well, I'll search for that too. Why should I care? What? I shouldn't be surprised if the cat is a more accomplished musician than I am. I don't think the cat's gonna know how to play a violin. I think the reach is too long. Unless he just like pluck the strings. Mr. Holmes really is in poor spirits, isn't he? Well, anyway, I'll put it back where it lives. Shall I, Hurley? Out of the cat's reach if possible. Maybe we should assess the damage. Where's my next trial? I want my next trial. Wait, what? Am I done here? What? Oh, we should assess the damage. Okay. That was indication to access it. It looks perfectly fine. Oh wait, no, one of the strings. So this is the violin, is it? It's a Stradivarius, one of the finest violins in the world, made by the renowned Italian luthier Antonio Stradivari. I don't know. Oh, I see. It really doesn't look like anything special to me. Us amateurs will not know, man. I happened to find it covered in dust, languishing in a pawn shop down a nondescript back alley. The broker had no idea of its value, so I was able to purchase, you should have pawned this one then, it for a mere 55 shillings. How honorable of you. And until today has been my faithful companion in every great Paganini-inspired performance I have made. I ask you, is there reason to live in a world devoid of music, to tolerate this blanche existence? No! There is none! He keeps saying that blanche existence several times. Mr. Holmes? What, dear madam, what? My thoughts are preoccupied with fancies of release from this dull routine. Well, it's about the violin. It looks very different to normal, don't you think? Isn't it because the string is plucked? What? The string snapped. What do you mean, Miss Sato? Oh! Susie's right! What? Yes! The tone of the wood is completely different. Wait, did someone steal it? Is that what they mean? How did you not recognize that? And that's not all. I'm sure there was no crack here before. Was that not because of the cat? Wait, it's not even the right size, is it? Wait, it's not a violin, it's like a viola? How did you not recognize that? That's not the right size. What? What's this? You have pictures of islands too in that book. I'm terribly sorry to have to tell you, Mr. Holmes, but... Oh, hello. Hello, Kamisi. That instrument isn't a violin at all. Then what? Wait, you recognize the really expensive violin, but you did not recognize it was not that violin, nor the fact that it's not a violin? What? What was that whole exchange before about? Are you all expert in violin stuff? What? I believe it's an entirely different instrument called a viola. That's what I said. What? What? Oh, Mr. Holmes, are you alright? You're right. You are quite right. This isn't my faithful Stradivarius. How did you not recognize that? I don't understand, but okay. How did you recognize for a pawn shop, but you don't recognize it's not the same one? What? So what, pray, is this piece of string and flotsam? Not your faithful performing partner, then? Ah, I see what must have happened. What? Someone stole it, did not? You do, Iris? This is just a simple mix-up. What? From what? Sounds like Iris might be able to tell us exactly what's happened if we ask her. Well, the BGM. Oh, okay. Examine. That's a weird way to, like, talk to different people. What did you mean by a mix-up, Iris? Well, you see, this viola, I mean. Is it viola? Viola? Viola, right? I forget. Was at Winterbanks until last week. Oh, they mixed it up. And how did you not notice though? At the pawnbrokers? Not Mr. Holmes' beloved music partner. There is a proverb from the East with which you are no doubt familiar, my dear fellows. Always let a beloved child travel. I don't know about that one, but okay. Yes, indeed! Oh, there is? Okay. So you sent your beloved violin to the pawnbrokers in the hope that it would experience personal growth? Now for money, what? Oh, what a wonderful idea! Now for money, obviously. Last week, I pawned my great oscilloscope in order to release my precious instrument. But it would appear Mr. Winterbank mistakenly furnished me with this tawdry fiddle instead. But my ears cannot be deceived by the hollow timbre of this piece of timber. Wow. No, but your every sense was deceived by the fact that it just had strings. I know, right? But you didn't recognize it. A fine state of affairs this is, and why I always say, Mr. Naruhodo, never trust a pawnbroker. They will try to fiddle you every time. But earlier you told us that you could think of a pawnbrokery as an extremely secure vault. Come, Mr. Naruhodo. Dilly-dillying will get you nowhere. He ignored the question. He ignored it. Sorry? Crunching your toast with that vacant aspect. Pressing your coffee so obtusely. What is pressing? Are you not a little embarrassed by your own conduct, considering the urgency with which we are faced? They were scammed, right? Or, well, there was a mix-up. You must visit Mr. Winterbank's brokery at once. That's right, isn't it, Mr. Holmes? Precisely, Mr. Sato. Without a moment's delay. But I haven't finished my bacon and eggs. What? Finish it faster, dude. Naruhodo, hurry up. My dear fellow, surely you do not still intend to crunch your bacon with an increasingly vacant aspect, to press your egg ever more obtusely. I don't know what he's saying anymore. Alright, say no more. Let's go then. Well, finish eating first. What? Waste of food. Just, like, put them all in your mouth. Don't worry, Runo. I'll be happy to heat it up for you again later. Oh, that works too. Oh, thank you, Iris. As it happens, I am rather curious to see what a British pawnbroker's looks like. Let's go. Oh, wait, there's two of them. Baker Street first. Oh. Is this pawnbroker? I like the BGM. Look at all the different things in the windows of the shop. Ah, that's Winterbanks, the pawnbrokery. Why do you say it like you've seen it before? It looks much smarter. Wait, it looks much smarter than a pawnbrokers in Japan, doesn't it? Yeah, dude, I imagine like a cart or something. Yes, you're right. I find pawn shops at home rather inapproachable, personally. It reminds me of tearfully parting with my favorite fountain pen. I felt so miserable. What doesn't kill us makes us stronger, Miss Naruto. What? Oh, that's it? Oh, okay. Oh. Oh, is this art? Wait, what is this? Oh, this art place? It's right next door. What? It's already been 2 months since we started taking lodgings here above Mr. Holmes' office. Oh, it's Baker Street! Oh, that's what they mean by Baker Street. That's technically where Sherlock Holmes lives, right? Oh, wait, let's drink some water. I still can't quite believe it. I never expected things would turn out like this. Oh, I know! To actually be sharing accommodation with the world's greatest detective. If I ever find myself before a court of law now, I will have not one regret. I think you should have more. I don't know what you're talking about, but I'd be happy to defend you, of course. Looks like it's all over here. Closed. Time to go inside. Oh, so many clocks. I do like seeing a lot of clocks like these. Never bought one though. 15th April, Windibank's Pawnbrokery. Oh, fancy fountain pen looking bird pen thing. So this is a British pawnbrokery. Oh my! There are all sorts of tools and contraptions in here that I've never laid eyes on before. Wait, is there a thinker in the background? Oh my god, that reminds me of the Ace Attorney first. The first trial in the background. Wait, let me point it out. I have a mouse. Here! This thing. Also, what is this? Looks like one of those things where you press a button and the fortune teller says something. Oh my god, the dolls. It's Pinocchio. What? On the side here, poking at Pinocchio. Shoes, birdcage. This is like secondhand store feeling at this point. I mean, this technically is a secondhand. Why do they all have a skull? Actually, what's wrong with the head? Why is it flat, cut off here? What is it not a circular skull? Confusion. Also, there's a random thing that looks like law symbol. Yeah. Also, this picture of a dog is super cute. Super cute picture. Random pot that's hanging from the ceiling. It looks like. Yeah, it looks pretty dangerous. I don't know why you do that, but okay. Okay, let's continue. Ah, Soto-san, and that spark of wonder in your eyes. You can't wait to scour the shelves, can you? I get the impression you enjoy places like this? Oh yes, I don't know why, but seeing such a lot of things I don't understand is a real thrill for me. Oh, I understand that feeling too. Going to like an antique store too is kind of cool. My dear fellows, when did he get changed? Let us not forget why we are here. Oh, Mr. Holmes! We are calling on matters of business, not pleasure. And clearly Mr. Holmes means business too, judging from the spark of fear in his eyes. How dare you scam me? Ah, Mr. Holmes, sir, welcome back. Did you hear that brazen welcome? Well, yes, we are potential customers after all. Wait, you are technically a reoccurring customer, right? We're disgruntled customers, Mr. Naruto, and it's time to inform Mr. Windibank of our ire. Come, the fight is afoot. Oh, can I examine first? I'm gonna say, let's start from the right side. I like this calendar, but it's also like I never use like I have a calendar on my. It was like a Mr. Donut calendar. I never use calendars because I use an electronic calendar on my phone because that's where all my meetings and stuff are all located anyway. So there's no point in having this. But maybe if I have a store, it'd be useful. I've investigated thoroughly, but I can't find anything. What? Wait, what? Here. What are you doing, my dear fellows? We're not here to observe. Oh, browse for interesting curios. We've come to teach this broker a lesson. Oh. Oh, but there are just so many fascinating items. It looks as though we'll have to talk to Mr. Windibank first before we can explore in here, Mrs. Seto. Okay, fine. One verse. Violin. Wait, he has a pink bow. Naturally, you will recall this, which I retrieved from you some days ago. Yes. This second-rate fiddle is not my faithful instrument, Mr. Winterbank. The color of the wood is different. There's holes in it. It's not even the same size. Well, you should have said that before you signed the paper. It says, yep, I got my item back, probably, which I assume would have showed up. A wonderful summary of our observations, Mr. Holmes. That sounds so sarcastic. I'm so very sorry, sir. How utterly unforgivable of me. An inexcusable mistake for a pawnbroker. His voice can be super random because I don't remember anything. There is only one way to make amends. What? Oh my god, what? Wait, that's way too much. I shall have to take my own life. Okay, no, wait, no. First give me- wait, whatever you do, at least give the violin back first, okay? Well, that's one way to calm a angry customer. I don't think that will be necessary, do you? If I may just say one thing before I pop off. Yes? It was you, sir, Mr. Holmes, who took it upon himself to remove the item the other day, I believe. Oh wait, what? That was your own fault then. Sorry. As I recall, I entered the storeroom to fetch your violin when I heard, here it is. You did? And when I turned to controvert you, you had taken the viola and left, sir. Oh, dude, that was all on you. You can't blame anyone. You're such a Karen at this point. You're your own mistake and you're blaming other people. However, there can be no doubt that the blame lies firmly at my own door for allowing you to leave. So I shall not grumble nor grouse any longer. May this guilt die with me. No, stop, my dear fellow. The fault is mine. Now Lee's actually gonna do it though. No way he would do it 3 times. Phew. Must have been an act. It would appear that the fight is over. I do humbly apologize, Mr. Winterbank. Evidently, my questionable disposition precipitated this tragedy. Well, you wouldn't be Mr. Sherlock Holmes without that questionable disposition now, would you? Wait, is he famous for something different now? And not for, like, smarts? Haha, I do believe you may be right, sir. It's either laugh or cry, I suppose. There's a pocket watch in his pocket. You are, it must be said, one of my more challenging customers. I need to remind you of the peculiar collection of items you've brought through my door in the past. Oh? Peculiar items? Oh, wait, peculiar. I think it's peculiar, right? In the extreme, ma'am. For example, the unpublished manuscript of an eponymous work. What does that mean? The novels of her Sherlock Holmes, or some sort. You pawned her volumes of you? What? Oh my! A new full-fledged novel? An unpublished story I've yet to read. You mean? Let me buy it from you. Ah, forgive me. Wait, before you die, you must tell me more. Before you die. You can die after you tell me. Essentially. Unpublished story. I guess second one. Do it in order. I must know more. Tell me everything. Wow, Sister sounds really fired up now. Is there really an unpublished story under this very roof? Well, one day the gentleman here brought in an old metal chest, you see? Law. Listen, I should like to entrust this to your care for a while, Mr. Winterbank. For a chest like that, 1 shilling, sir. Not a farthing more. It houses something of very great value, indeed. The latest manuscript, recounting the adventures of one Mr. Sherlock Holmes. Metal chest, I imagine like a big chest, but it's like a mini chest? Like you hold it in one hand? Or something? Or like 2, maybe? I was like, if there's a giant chest with only manuscript, that's like very small. It's like Amazon packaging. All this packaging for just a small item. So, I beg your pardon? A manuscript? You wish to deposit a manuscript? Indeed I do, for I'm confident it will be quite safe here. He never took it back, right? And that was that. As such, Mr. Holmes' latest tale of otherworldly mystery lies dormant in my storeroom. Mr. Holmes, is that really true? Why'd you do that? I know it's not even your book, man. Do I sense that someone doesn't want to talk about this? Maybe he doesn't want the volume. He's like, he read it, he's like, oh my god, it's so embarrassing, let's not publish it ever and just put it here. You could have burned it though. I continue to pay your fee, do I not? Then kindly continue to store my belongings securely. Of course, sir, of course. They're safe and sound with me, I assure you, on my life. Okay, why do you keep doing that? This is all very strange. Pawnbrokery. I wonder, could I ask you something? Ah, a gentleman from the east, I see. Yes, that's Sable's suit, Sable. I suppose I could offer you 6 pence for it. Wait, what? No, we're not selling stuff. Without wishing to offend, the tone is somewhat dull. Sorry? Haha, but for your splendid attire, ma'am. 5 guineas, no less. Colors are exquisite, the design exotic. Eastern artistry at its finest, may I say. Oh, it is super cute though, I do admit that. Oh my, 5 guineas, you say? It is super cute though, Hakama. How interesting. Why do I feel as though I've suffered some sort of defeat here, lol. It's clothing, dude. Actually, I was hoping to ask you about your business. I've heard it said that pawnbrokeries are used rather like banks here in London. Yes, sir, indeed. Many of my customers utilize the establishment as you described. How do you earn money, though? I appraise their items and offer them an appropriate loan and 2 months of secure stowage. If in that time they repay the original sum to me, plus the agreed interest. Oh, there is interest. That makes more sense now. Their items are happily returned. And if not, then they keep it forever in 2 months? What happens? Huh? But what happens if they don't pay you the money? Then the items are offered for sale in my shop, as you can see on the shelves behind me. It must cost more than the original items, right, that you loan, because there's no point in selling it otherwise. So you never sell items before... So you never sell items before the 2 months has passed then? That's right, ma'am, that's right, which means some considerable responsibility rests on my shoulders. Should a customer's precious belongings be lost, the only recompense is for me to end it all. The very idea, Mr. Windibank, is an absurdity. One should never talk of one's demise so casually. Says the man who was telling us all it was a good day to die only this morning. I know, right? And let us not forget that I've already helped you take measures to ensure such a tragedy never occurs. Oh, what sort of measures? I engineered a simple device which Mr. Windibank has installed here in his shop. I call it Red-Handed Recorder. Is that not so, Mr. Windibank? Ah, what was that deep sigh about? Sounds like a burglary trap or something? What on earth is a red-handed recorder? Use your eyes, my dear fellow. There are 2 just below the ceiling. Wait, are they bells when someone goes in or something? Wait, what? I can see what appears to be a camera attached to some sort of timing device. Wait, where? Wait, I literally don't see it. Where is everyone looking at? What? Where? Oh, wait. Is this trumpet? Where? I see bells here. When you open the door, I assume it's gonna be like ding 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 ding. Is it this thingy? Is it this thingy? Wait, I need to like... Press the button that like... Oh no. Yeah, I don't know. I can't like minimize the screen. I think it's this one. Because it looks like it kind of folds outwards.
Probably just off screen.
Off screen? Okay, I was like, where is it? Very astute. It is indeed a camera, furnished with some 100 pieces of celluloid film. And every 30 minutes precisely, the camera automatically records the appearance of the shop. 30 minutes! 30 minutes. That's not that helpful. Oh, me? Yeah, that's not that helpful. What? It needs to be motion censored at the very least. Motion sensor, human, something movement sensor and then take picture. What? So I could come in within those 30 minutes and then do something and then leave within the 30 minutes and they'll be good. Here, I have an example I can show you. Oh, it's literally just at that one angle? Ah yes, a print from the camera set to record the activity at the shop counter. Also, it's really nice and in color. What? I thought it was black and white still.
Old school security camera, 1 frame every 30 minutes.
Every 30 minutes. You can tell if something's gone or missing, I guess. Or moved. But yeah, this camera is... This picture's in color. That dog picture that was on the desk was black and white. What? Oh, maybe it's like a new... Oh, okay, cool. Okay, they say here. I developed a special type of film, so sensitive. It produces a crystal clear image even in darkness. Oh, infrared. Also, wait, that skull is flat on top. What the heck? See, the dog... Wait, no, maybe this dog is that color. I don't know. Kind of does. I mean, I can't tell. It could just be like more whitish kind of dog. Really, that's extraordinary. It is. Yes, you can clearly see the counter and the door behind it. Look. This will be evidence later in future, I call it. So you see, were someone to enter the premises with ill intent, his identity would be summarily exposed. Well, if they happen to be in there to 30 minutes and they know when the 30 minutes happen, and they know when the interval is between those 30 minutes, then I think they're good.
Skull pen holder.
Wow, pen holder. But did you not say that the photographic prints were taken at 30-minute intervals? I don't know. Indeed, as you say, my dear madam. Then what if the incident were to occur in between times? I know, right? That's only like 2 seconds out of like 1 second per 30 minutes is what this is. One could only say that would be a cruel twist of fate. No, dude, it's one... Okay, wait. Think about it. Even 1 minute and 30 seconds is 1 out of 30. If it's 1 second in that 1 minute, that's 1 out of 60. So it's 1 out of 60 times 1 out of 30. That's 1 out of 1,800 that you would catch someone on there. Then, no wait, no, not technically though. If you time it correctly, it would not be on there. If you do it fast and leave, then it'll also not be on there. So it'll be technically like a bit less than that, but still. The moment that you want to be captured on film will be 1 out of 1,800. I must confess, your devices have been giving me some cause for distress of late. I beg your pardon, Miss Windenbank. Surely they are anything but distressing. Reassuring is the word. Well, I think they also have pictures of nothing every 30 minutes, so there'd be like random piles of photographs. Also, yeah, cost of film. Like, you need a lot of film too. It's the cost of the film, sir. You most graciously placed not 1 but 2 cameras in my shop after all, which means I must pay for nigh on 100 utterly useless prints every single day. I'm afraid the cost of film will break me before I'm very much older. Yeah, motion sensor, man. Nevertheless, a small price to pay to ensure the safety of my preferred pawnbroker, you know? Just pay for it though. My dear fellows, we verge on an age where safety and security come at a price. Oh, heaven help us. Now then, Mr. Holmes, allow me to return your precious violin. Dude, it's a totally different color. What? It's completely different. Oh, the very thing. Thank you, Mr. Windenbank. But what happened to the other thing that you broke and the cat kind of like scratched and broke the strings too? Perhaps this might mark the end of the peculiar items you try to plop, because if anything were to happen to one of them, this would be the only answer. I really think you ought to stop waving that gun around. One could get hurt. You're not, it's empty, isn't it? Sorry? I wouldn't load a single bullet. Oh my god, so no one by myself could possibly be harmed. No, that's not what that means. That's not really what I meant. Good day to you then, Mr. Windenbank. It's been a pleasure as always, Mr. Holmes, he says with a gun to his head. So, Mr. Nuthodle, now we can explore at last. Finally. Hi. The camera is probably here then if it's... Oh, I guess it is off screen. I talk to the guy. Oh, it's his desk. Look at that enormous ledger open on the counter there. Where? Where's the ledger? Wait, oh, is that book the ledger? Mr. Windenbank is, if nothing else, very particular about recording the items he accepts. He'd have to be, otherwise he'd get himself into all sorts of trouble. Which might explain the thing that catches my eye far more than the ledger. The skull? Oh, the gun. This revolver here. No, dude, the skull is more. Okay. Wait, are those canes on there? Oh, shovels. Oh. Do not entertain even a single thought of pilfering in an article herein, my dear fellow. Hmm? I assure you, Mr. Windenbank would not hesitate to draw that weapon with the speed bellying his portly size. Oh, you don't mean he'd blow his brains out? Indeed, not even me. To recompense for his blunder. I thought it'd be me, but okay. Oh my. But in any case, of course we would never do such a thing. How could you even suggest it? Ardell looking at me. Is that the thing happened in boat? There seems to be a little door hidden behind that curtain there. That leads to the storage room, where Mr. Windenbank keeps articles that are currently in pawn. Ah, I see. There's nothing of particular interest inside. I certainly wouldn't recommend any larcenous activity. Why do you keep repeating that? Recommend it or not, it's not something I tend to do. There is but one key, and Mr. Windenbank keeps it in his pocket at all times. This is important for future purposes. Before he sleeps, he places it into a small pot, which he slides under his pillow. Why do you know this? I know, it's like, how do you know that? Have you seen him sleep? How on earth do you know that, Mr. Holmes? I'm a detective, sir. It is my business to know what others do not know. I'm pretty sure you wouldn't know that. I am frequently assailed by information that I neither care for nor wish to retain. But you retain it. Mr. Holmes, you are a wonder! And the prime suspect if this pawnbrokery is ever burgled. Oh, we would have to defend Mr. Holmes then? Look at this! What could this lovely big shiny box be? Which one? I don't see it. That, my dear madam, is a music box. Oh, surely you have such things in your own country. Oh my, yes, but I've certainly never seen one so large before. Wait, which one is she talking about? Shall we listen a while? Where? Oh, the small thing next to the teapot? I think I used to have one too, in the old days. I think? The ones that when you open, it like does something, or you twist the thing and it plays music. Nostalgic. Ah, what a sublime sound. It's like the music of angels. I've never heard anything like it before in my life. This particular specimen is of the larger variety, commonly found in public houses and restaurants. There's a metal disc inside on which the notes to be played are recorded. Simply by replacing the disc with another. Oh, it's like a vinyl thingy, whatever thing.
I think it's the red thing next to the clock.
Next to the clock. Any music you care to mention can be played. My goodness, what a simply delightful machine. Indeed, though their popularity has waned recently with the development of the gramophone, of course. What's that again? Ah, science and technology advance at such an overwhelming pace. I know, right? Everything's in our phones right now. In our pocket. Oh, this thing? Ah, that is huge. What does it say? Percy Bank something. What an assortment of things there are on these shelves here. Crockery, footwear, clocks, and watches. Almost anything you care to imagine. Those are forfeited items offered for sale by the pawnbroker. What does that really mean, though? When you pawn, or colloquially, pop, an item, the broker loans you money against its worth. He stores the item for an agreed period of time, after which the loan must be repaid. If not, he is free to display it in the shop for sale at a price of his choosing. Oh yes, now you've explained it, I'm noticing little price tags on everything. Of course, simply by paying the green interest on the loan, one can extend the period of safekeeping. Oh, you just pay for interest? Interesting. So you may pawn that black garb of yours without fear, my dear fellow. Wait, what? No, I'm not gonna pawn this, dude. My treasured university uniform never embodies my student spirit. You're not a student anymore, though. I thought. This thingy. Now what do you suppose this rather enormous machine does? It seems to have 2 little windows for looking through. It's a kaleidoscope? Allow me to enlighten you, my dear fellows. What you're looking at is a stereoscope. Wait, that's different. A stereo? Scope? Fascinating. It is aptly named, I assure you. Look through the eyepieces and see for yourself. Wait, is it like the eye exam where you look in the 2 things and you see like a tiny house in the distance? Oh, I should be delighted to. Excuse me a moment while I just have a look. Just before you do, there is something I should point out. My dear fellows, in order to see them image properly, you turn the thingy, stereoscopically as it were, you will need to be cross-eyed. However, if that is beyond you, it is of little consequence today. What? Alright then, I'm going to try it. What? Wait, I want to see. I want to see. Let me see too. Ah! Mr. Van Hobo! You must see at once. Oh, alright then. Okay, show me. So I need to be cross-side, like I'm trying to look at my own nose. Oh. What the? Oh, you cross-eye so then you... It becomes one image? I don't believe it. It's just a photographic print, but looks like you could reach out and touch it. Yes, the sense of depth is startling, is it not? Stereoscopes are one of London's many fads. They are often found in little stalls in the park. People queue for hours to see them. Really. Why? Were people meddling with such black magic? Oh my god. It is no magic, my dear madam. It is, well, science. Far too complicated to explain at present. He doesn't know. We shall save his lesson for another day. Dude, he doesn't even know. Oh. Calendar last. April 15, was it? That's not a calendar you could easily miss, is it? 15th April. Today's date. Why do you need a calendar, though? Yes, that's not for sale, I must point it out. It is an Eastern-style page-a-day calendar. Yeah, I don't like those that much. Every night at midnight, I tear off the... Wait, midnight? You don't need to do it midnight. You could just do it, like, when you're closing the shop or something. Or, like, the next day morning before you open shop. Every night at midnight, I tear off the front page to reveal the following day's date. The perfect calendar for a tearaway fellow such as yourself, Mr. Windibank. What's a tearaway one? And who was it who walked out of here with the wrong violin before? Well, when the agreed storage period has passed without repayment, articles are forfeited, you see. I have to keep a close eye on the date. It's something of a pawnbroker's obsession, you might say. Oh yes, I can see. You're very dedicated to your job. Okay, I think that's everything. Oh wait, this thing. Is this the camera? Look at this. Whatever could it be used for? Oh, it's not. I have no idea. What? There's a small catch here. Just here, look. We're going to open it, aren't we? Is it openable? Oh! Oh my, that's amazing! It's some sort of spring-loaded mechanism, which we'll never manage to put back into the way it was before. What are you two doing? What? Us? No, nothing. No, nothing at all. Whatever this device is, it seems to have a pair of little windows to look through. Like a binocular? I feel as though I've seen something rather similar to this elsewhere, like the stereoscope. What? Only 2 pence for it? That ain't fair, and you know it. The article is barely worth a penny, miss. Wait, who is talking? Article is barely worth a penny, miss. I cannot offer you more. Another customer? Sounds like there's an argument brewing over by the counter. Come on, that can't be right. Have you even had a proper butcher's at it? Wait, I'm so confused with the accent. I've seen all I need to see, young girl. Oh wait, dude, it's the girl who was the... yeah, I don't remember anymore. Was she trying to be a guy the other day? I don't remember. Wait, don't we know? I'm sure I recognize her. Oh yes, it's the young lady from Mr. McGillis' trial 2 months ago. Oh, thank you for recap. Her name was Gina Lestrade, my lord. She's a chancer, earns her crust among large crowds, relieving people of their Oh, a thief. It's commonly called a pickpocket. And then that weird gun that had smoke machine. You know, too many girl voices now. Gordon Bennett, you lot! Hello, Miss Lestrade. I hope you've been well. What? You remember me then, do ya? Well, I remember being completely surrounded by smoke, that's for sure. So, what are you doing in here? I don't know her accent, so. Down and out like the rest of us. Nothing to eat. Gonna pop that black weasel. Sorry, coat, have ya? What is it about this black uniform that makes everyone comment on it? Ah, good day, unless I'm much mistaken. You would be the young pickpocket who stole our experimental smoke grenade launcher. Ah, Mr. Holmes! So, you have something of value to pawn, do you? Allow me to see the article, and I shall negotiate with Mr. Windibank on your behalf. Hold the other one. I don't need no help from some stuck-up tea. Get out of my business. Go on, I'll make trouble for you. As you wish, Miss Lestrade. I will happily remove myself from your presence. Oh, really? Okay, that was anticlimactic. He's really done it. He's gone. I'm sorry, but as I said, there really is no room for negotiation here. What's that thing he has in his hand? Some kind of metal disc? Looks like for the music machine. And you, go on. Leave me alone. Oh, Miss Lestrade, just pretend we aren't here. We shan't be offended in the slightest. ... Zolo-san can really stand her ground when she wants to. Whatever. No point in examining, right? Somehow, I didn't really think you were the sort of person who'd use a pawnbroker, Miss Lestrade. Yeah, well I am, alright. I'm a Londoner, just like everyone else. That's a problem, is it? No, not at all. It's just that, well... Oh, I get it. I know what you're thinking. That thing probably don't even belong here. Probably got it on the dive, didn't she? Oh, you mean stealing it? Yeah, I can see it written all over your Chevy Chase what? Chevy face? Chase? Well, I might have been thinking something along those lines. You're not going to deny it, Mr. Naruto? Alright then, I'm just gonna come out and ask you straight. Do you pawn things that you steal from other people? Well, I don't know how best to answer that, really. She just goes and whips out a coin, but okay. Suppose sometimes. You're not going to deny it either, Miss Lestrade? But not this time, alright, I swear. That thing belongs to me. The disc that Mr. Windibank is holding. Perhaps we should see what he has to say about all this. But why is Mr. Holmes, like, not here? Wow, I'm the only one here. What? Like, at this point, we might as well have Mr. Holmes here. Come with us as well. Wait, what? I can click on everything. What is this? Look at Mr. Windibank, watching diligently over his shop. There are still so many things I'm curious about. I don't believe this is a time for browsing, Mr. Naruto. Oh. Did you probably see whether that argument's been resolved yet, I suppose?
She told him to leave, so he left.
I know, but it's like, we didn't leave, so he didn't have to leave in the end, but okay. Her disc. Mr. Windibank, what exactly is this metal disc that Miss Lestrade has brought in? It seems to have hundreds of tiny little bumps on its surface for the music machine. Ah, this is a music disc, you see, for use inside a music box. In a music box? What? You don't even know what a music box is? You Eastern lot ain't too savvy, eh? I know what a music box is. I've just never seen one of these discs before. The small protrusions on the metal disc encode the tune to be played by the music box. You simply insert the disc and set the machine going, and beautiful music plays. It's so incredible. Tell us, What tune is on this disc? Well, I'm afraid I couldn't tell you that. There are so many different types of music box, you see. British made, German, Swiss. I have no way of knowing which particular machine this disc was made for. Ah, I see. And that's it in a nutshell. I wouldn't have any customers for an item like this, even if the young lady forfeited it. Really, I'm already offering more than I should at a penny. That's a pack of lies. You told me. He told me? He did. He said it was, well... He? Who? Never you mind. It just ain't right, that's all. That disc worth good money. I know it is. Well then, you have to try to look at another pawnbrokers, won't you? She probably did. She's been in before, of course. This little tatterdemania... what word is it? I see. Brought some dubious article or other with her every single time, I might add. Dubious? What are you trying to say? I'm an honest customer, me. So, is there something dubious about the disc she brought in today? Well, if it only were that simple. Sorry, what do you mean? What she actually brought in was a storage ticket. What does that mean? Ah, a storage ticket. So, Miss Lestrade has actually come to redeem an article from you today, is that right? Yeah, that's right. A girl like me has a lot of stuff that needs storing. Alright, yes, that's definitely dubious. The article in question would have been forfeited at midnight tonight, but as she gave me the ticket for it, we repaid both the loan and the interest. I was obliged to return the article to her. But what was the article? Do tell us, Mr. Windenbeg. Wait, this is like privacy at this point? Little Scamp is wearing it, ma'am. Little Scamp, wow. It's the overcoat that she redeemed. Oh. What's wrong with that? It fits, don't it? I mean, it's mine, so of course it does. So, what about the disc then? How does that come into all this? Ah, the disc is something else. New article to pawn if the girl and I can agree a price. Which is the disc? Oops, I pressed the wrong button. I'm confused. I thought you said that Miss Lestrade brought in a storage ticket today. Yeah, I'm confused. It's really quite simple. Yes, the child brought me a storage ticket and the money owed on it, as you say. For this heavy black coat which you returned to her care, as I understood it. That's right, yes. And rather unsurprisingly, as soon as the little ragamuffin put the thing on, she went rifling through the pockets. Oh. Oh, you mean it's not hers? What? Don't you know it's rude to stare at a lady? Ah, I see. So it came from the pocket of the overcoat, did it? Oh, the disc. That's one pocket. If you mean this disc, then yes, exactly, ma'am. And she immediately tried to pawn it. For quite a high price as well. This is all rather suspicious, I think. Give it up. I'm just trying to pawn something like anyone else would. Mrs. Lestrade, may I ask who deposited the overcoat here in the first place? Well, me. It doesn't really appear to be your size. Me old man! It's me old man's, ain't it? Is it Miss Lestrade? Yes, this is definitely all rather suspicious. This is another case coming up. Who is this? Out of my way, please. Who is this? New person. Oh, darn it. There's too many English gentleman-looking people. Who is this picture postcard? English gentleman. With a cane. Oh my god, that plume-looking tie. Good day to you, ladies, gentlemen. What's your problem, man? There is no problem as long as you remove yourself. I have a matter to discuss with the proprietor. and if you intend to make a problem of it, I shall see you outside, little girl, for the hiding you deserve. Look, ain't it obvious? I ain't done talking with him yet. If you think you're such a gent, you should know how to wait in line. Well, you are an impudent little brat, aren't you? As well as a pickpocket. Eh? Who are you? How'd you know who I am? Question is, how do you not know who I am? You haven't the courtesy even to remember the faces of your victims, it seems. What? You mean from you? Broker. Yes, sir. I believe this filthy pocket thief has just redeemed an article from you, no? Yes, the article in question belongs to me. I demand for it to be returned at once. But she redeemed it, though. Oh my! Now that's a lie. What are you trying to pull? Give it back, my overcoat, you wastrel. And needless to say. What kind of things? Any music box disc too. No, you can't have it. You just can't. It's my old man's, or it was. Now it's mine. Oh, where's the evidence? Goodness, Mr. Naruto. This is a very awkward situation. Yes, who's telling the truth, right? I think perhaps we should hear both sides of the story in a little more detail. Okay. Miss Lestrade, is what the gentleman is saying. What do you think? It's all lies, ain't it, obviously? I swear on my life, I ain't never laid hands on that dandy fellow before. Let's hear it now, you little ragamuffin. You stole it, didn't you? That ticket you brought in here just now. No, I swear it. I swear to God. It was barely an hour ago. I was walking along the street, minding my own business, when this little gutterling ran into me. I knew at once what had happened. I've been robbed yet again, I thought to myself. Those wretched pickpockets. Yet again? Oh yes, as you can see, I'm a man of impeccable style. This isn't the first time that I've been targeted by these back slum scoundrels. Now then, relinquish my overcoat. Come along now, Miss Lestrade. Give the good gentleman his coat back. If you're going to cause trouble, I shall have no choice but to call the police. Hold on! Why does everyone think it's me? Just look at this dandy cove, and you think I'm the dodgy one? I'm sorry, but no one's going to believe you. It's a reputation now. But what about evidence? Yeah. Where's your evidence that I've stolen something, eh? Come on, let's see it. Well, he did know there's a disc, though, in the pocket. Oh, I have evidence, naturally. You what? Evidence. Like her hat looks like it has two eyes on it. Evidence that the article Miss Lestrade redeemed actually belongs to this gentleman. Of course! We need only consult Mr. Windenbank's ledger to know the truth. Does he not remember? We'll be able to look up the name of the person who deposited the article in the first place, unless he used a fake name. Yes, brilliant! I'm very sorry, but I'm afraid that won't be possible. Oh? I never ask customers' names. That's a strict policy of mine. What? How would you know then? Just a storage ticket? But why not? Well now, as you can imagine, some of my customers have circumstances to consider. A great many of them prefer to maintain their anonymity. At least use a fake name or something. Yes, I see. But then, how can you know if an article belongs to the person asking to redeem it? Oh, it's quite simple. Storage ticket. Good sir, might I trouble you for the watchword associated with the article in question? Oh, it's a password. Of course, it's... What? Stop me doing this pose. Professor. Yes, that's right. And all the evidence we need. Dude, they should have asked her and then asked... Oh wait, no, but if it's her old man, maybe if he died or something, then she wouldn't know either. This gentleman is the rightful owner of the article, without doubt. A watchword? Interesting. If she's like, I knew it too, then you should have asked them both at the same time. So about these watchwords, Mr. Windibank. As I just explained, I never ask customers' names when they deposit items with me. There are many reasons why certain customers would like to keep their activities secret. Wait, what? Dude, Holmes is right there. That wasn't exactly a subtle glance at Mr. Holmes now, was it? Big detectives have no dark secrets. None at all. Yes, well, anyway, that's why I always ask for a watchword whenever I accept a new article. In many ways, it's like the secret combination of numbers used to unlock a vault. The date of deposit, a description, and a watchword uniquely to identify each item. And of course, then I give the storage ticket to the customer. When someone comes to redeem something, I ask for the ticket and the watchword. And if that someone tells you the correct watchword, you return the article? That's right, sir, yes. Just as soon as the requisite fee is paid. What if someone overhears you? Like, how do you tell them the watchword? And I have supplied you with the information you require already. But for the avoidance of doubt, the article in question is an overcoat deposited 2 months ago on 15th of February. With a watchword of Professor. All perfectly correct information, sir. But how? Oh, she doesn't look like she's lying. Billy, this is beyond a joke now. There is no further room for doubt. Oh, well. What do now? What's his side story? Excuse me, but who are you? Oh yeah, tell me your name. One would expect the inquirer to introduce himself first. True. Though clearly you are not British, so perhaps our ways are foreign to you. Oh, sorry, yes, we're from the Empire of Japan. We're studying here. Is it Empire? I guess it was back. Oh yes, Japan. I've heard talk of the place. What is going on with it? Its inhabitants live on some fiery brown colored soup. What? You mean like miso soup? Dressed up with exotic spices. You might be thinking of somewhere else. I was like, what? Yes, curry, right? And what was that theatrical gesticulation about? Perhaps. Anyway, if you are a gentleman, sir, you offer your own name first before inquiring after the name of another. Of course, yes. I'm Naruhodo Ryunosuke. I'm a lawyer, or Ryunosuke Naruhodo in this case. Well, a student of law, really. My name is Sato Mikotoba. I am Mr. Naruhodo's assistant. I see. My name is Benedict. Yes. Egbert Benedict. What? What is this Egg Benedict? What? Sounds like a fake name, just because he has pauses. Enchanté. So refined. Is that French though? He's so refined in how he holds himself and how he speaks, but that name is suspicious, I know, right? Now, to the matter at hand. Oh my god, he has different ways of doing stuff. My overcoat. Turn it at once. To someone with the style to carry it off. Every move he makes, every breath he takes. I can't stand watching it. It sounds like a lyric. Every move you make, every breath you take, whatever. Oh, is that over? Oh wait, he has the overcoat. Wait, what happened to your other coat? You look kind of not correct somehow. Doesn't match your hat. So let that be an end to the matter. And thank you for your custom, Mr. Egbert Benedict, sir. Oh my god, please stop. Please. With such reasonable rates of interest, I may even decide to come back. This is why I hate grown-ups. Just Just because I'm a diver, everyone thinks that makes me a liar. Hey, the rhymes. In the contents of the coat pockets, if you please, broker. But of course, sir. Here's the disc for you. Benedict. Man, he doesn't. That coat does not match. Just this one. Pardon, sir? I was expecting another. That is, I deposited. Now, dude, suspicious. See, I know. See, I knew she wasn't lying. Obviously, another disc, but you were expecting, which means you didn't have another one. Oh, oh dear. I regret to inform you, sir, that what was deposited with me was merely the overcoat. The disc happened to be in one of the pockets, but I was completely unaware of it until now. So, gutterling, you're hiding more of what's rightfully mine, are you? That's who I don't know nothing about it. I don't know, man, he's so suspicious. Very well. He knows there's a secret in the disc and he's trying to capture it. Then it shall bid you farewell. Say goodbye to style. Wait a minute, that disc is mine. Oh, what? Oh, dude, it's gonna go in court. What do you think you're doing, you little tramp? You've drawn blood, you filthy animal. Oh my! Yes, there's blood on the disc. It's because of all those sharp little bumps. Was it that sharp? The man must have scratched his finger on them. I found it first, alright. I mean, it belonged to me, old man. Wait, now you're also lying. Wait, I'm so confused. Whose coat is this? So you're not having it. Well, you take it. Me? If I hang on to it, they'll have it off me again. So you keep hold of it. Miss Lestrade, why is this so important to her? And also, why are you making me accomplice? Music box disc has been entered. Metal disc used to play music in a mechanical music box. The piece of music, which remains unidentified, is stored on the disc by means of small protrusions. You there in the black livery. Hand that disc to me at once, please. No, don't! He's lying. Grown-ups are all liars. I'm taking a student, I guess. I don't know. Ugh, what do I do now? How am I supposed to resolve this? Yeah, why am I the accomplice? Holmes! Yeah, you keep the disc. Mr. Holmes? What are you examining with such keen interest? Wait, dude. Guy, that's not the time to be talking to have a casual conversation. What are you doing? As you enjoy a bar of caramel, I see. Wait, what is he doing? Why look away from me? So, you found me at last, Mr. Naruhodo. Sorry? After that young pickpocket sent me on my way, I was forced to lurk in the shadows, cruelly ostracized as the rest of you partook in that jovial atmosphere of fellowship. Wait, were you not listening to our fight just now? What? I had nothing to occupy my mind, but was too ashamed to let society see what my downfall had done to me. So feigning mock interest, I pretended to examine the tedious trinkets in this desolate place. Whilst, as you surely observe, gnawing on the only friend I have left, this 7% solution of caramel. Pray, do you claim to understand the depths of my despair, Mr. Naruto? But how could you? I was so lonely, so desperately lonely. Then why on earth didn't you rejoin the conversation? Things have gone from bad to worse here, you know. Yes, I overheard much of your conversation, or rather, in my craving for human contact, my ears devoured every word that was uttered, in other words, eavesdropping. You really were sad, weren't you? Poor Mr. Holmes, I feel simply awful for you. It would seem that my inferences are correct. Oh, surely you're not about to tell us that you've solved the entire case once again! My dear madam, sometimes I wonder, were my genius for deduction to be commoditized, what does that mean? Oh, making comedy? Commodity? How much could I pawn it for? It seems Mr. Holmes has had another of his splashes of inspiration, but who knows if it will help us to resolve the situation between Miss Lestrade and the mysterious gentleman. What's the right thing to do here? Listen to it. Oh, are we gonna do the magical deduction thing? Well, Miss Lestrade, if it would appear you find yourself in something of a predicament. Where the blue blazes have you been? You don't even go. Pardon? When a lady's in trouble, a true gent's supposed to be there to help. Straight away. Not an hour later. Harsh. And who, pray tell, are you? Mr. Edgar Benedict, you have, in my eyes, a veritably encyclopedic array of curiosities about your person. He doesn't match, first of all. Nevertheless, there are two immovable conclusions I have drawn. I beg your pardon. The first is this. The true reason for your visit to this pawnbrokery today is something you have not yet revealed. And the second is this. A considerable crime is in contemplation, one you will orchestrate with intent to steal a vast sum of money. Well, Mr. Benedict, what say you to my deductions? How? Why would you say how? You'd be like, I have no idea what you're talking about. What? He's turned as white as a hard-boiled egg. He's been white the whole time. It would seem that once again, Mr. Holmes has made a flawless deduction. Who do you think you are, sir? Ah, yes, as I hoped. That is precisely the pained expression I was looking for. Saddest. So, shall we begin? The time has come for yet another Sherlock Holmes logic and reasoning spectacular. Oh, there it comes again. Dun dun. The game is afoot. Topic 1. Mystery Man's aim. First of all, we must ask ourselves on what business you ventured to this pawnbrokery today. Where's random spotlights coming from? You claim to have followed this pickpocket here, having had the redemption ticket stolen from you on the street. But that is most certainly a lie. The real truth is something quite different. Oh wait, what? Are you holding something? As revealed by that which you hold in your hand. Dude, that's not been there the whole time. I know, because he makes really weird hand gestures. Yes, what brought you to this shop in the first place is the staff recruitment flyer. Does that look like it? I like circus for some reason. Piece of paper in your hand is a staff wanted advertisement from this very shop. Yet even the most unobservant would soon realize that a man of your appearance has no need of such employ. In other words, there is some ulterior motive for your actions. The cane, which you unwittingly clutch to your person, exhibits an incontrovertible contradiction. What resembles is called A.G, which means it's not his symbol of his name because the name is Egg Benedict, right? Edgar Benedict, E and B. What utter rot! I've had this cane for years. Contradiction of which I speak is, of course, missing. What? Ferrule? What's ferrule? The end of it? The end of any walking cane will be terminated with a metal ferrule to protect the wooden tip. Oh my god, you don't need the binoculars for that. Or like the microscope. And yet, detailed analysis shows the wooden tip of this stick to be utterly bare. Therefore, there's only one conclusion. The rod that you hold in your hand, which appears to be a walking cane, is in fact no cane at all, which could be true, I guess. You recoil, sir. Is something wrong? And in your recoiling, you inadvertently facilitate the answer of the next conundrum to present itself. Namely, what is the truth behind this rod that you bear? Yes, your reaction betrays the truth. The handle, which you evidently would like to conceal, is the key to understanding this riddle. You see, oh, I don't know what that means. Okay, I don't know what that is either. From the moment I saw it, my suspicions were aroused. What walking cane demands such a stout handle? Mused I. Does it not? I don't know. Isn't it just like fancy? But of course, as I said, this is no walking cane. No, that rod is a sword! is the broken handle of a shovel. I did think that the shovels had really, like, embellished handles, though. What? Are you insane? And now, having determined this undeniable truth, the conclusion is clear. Your true motive for coming here is to pawn your cane? Was to take employment at this establishment in order to excavate the ground beneath the premises. What a calculated crime you've conceived, sir. A wickedly calculated crime. Wow. You tunnel underneath the pawnbroker. Wow. I don't think a shovel is good enough for that, but okay. Can we just do topic 1 at a time instead of 2 at the same time? Great crime. Now, Mr. Benedict, let us continue. For we must expose the details of this elaborate crime you have in the planning. This is utterly absurd. You suggest that I, a gentleman, intend to excavate the ground beneath this pawnbroker with a broken shovel? I know, right? What on earth do you suppose I could expect to find there? Oh my god, please stop. Some long-forgotten treasure, I suppose. Save for such a fanciful theory, what possible reason could I have to do as you say? Oh, but there is ample reason. As you are only too well aware, Mr. Benedict. Ah, and your furtive glance is more telling than I could have hoped. What? Let us consider what would motivate a man to infiltrate a shop such as this and covertly dig beneath its floor. The answer is revealed by the council notice on the counter to which your eyes were inadvertently drawn. It's probably the ledger, probably. There's probably something he wants from the ledger. Or information from the ledger. This ledger gives notice of public works to be carried out in the local area. I don't really. And according to the enclosed plan of the upcoming sewerage works, beneath this shop runs a sewer that adjoins another, one that runs under the bank on the opposite side of the road. Oh, really? Was there a bank there? This man has entered the sewers now, has it? I know, right? I'd be so insulted. Even if that wasn't my crime. Even if I was doing actually a crime, I'd be so insulted. Or even if I wasn't. Excavating the ground beneath our feet, you would gain access to the waterway that flows in very proximity to the great vault of the financial institution opposite. What are you? In summary, sir, when do you devise a master plan to pull off an elaborate bank robbery by dint of the underground tunnels? Master plan? Which brings us at last to the final chapter of this lurid scheme. With what plunder did the thief hope to make off from the underground vault of the bank? Are you quite serious? Having consulted with Scotland Yard some days ago, I happen to know the answer. But naturally, the answer is no secret to you, is it, Mr. Benedict? If that is even your real name? I have no idea what you're talking about. Allow me to present a rather interesting piece of evidence. You see, this picture postcard tells us all we need to know. What? London Crystal Tower. Do you have a tower in London? I want to go to London one day. I have not been to Europe yet. I want to go though. A postcard of the Great Exhibition? I'm afraid you've quite lost me. Currently, in the final stages of preparation, the Great Exhibition will soon be underway, and the government has provided extra funds to complete its centerpiece, the Crystal Tower. Funds that currently sit in the vault of the bank on the other side of this road. Pardon? Yes, the considerable crime you have been contemplating is the theft of that which sits in the vault of that bank. The special reserve funds for the Great Exhibition. It could. Why is it not just any money? Do you even need, like, specifically that money? Banks don't keep just, like, money by itself, separated. Or do they back then? I don't know. Of course, that is top secret police information, so keep it under your hat, please. Wow. To steal the Great Exhibition's reserve funds. You can take money from the bank, but I don't think that's... I just take money from the bank, not from funds for like a certain thing. Anyway, this concludes Sherlock Holmes' great deduction of this pawnbroking puzzle. Okay, let's now fix everything he has said because everything's wrong, probably. Mr. Holmes. Well, Mr. Naruhodo, an impressively upbeat deduction for a detective racked with loneliness, would you not agree? Was it true what you said about the bank over the road, and what it has in its vault? Indeed, although few know of its existence, it's one of the government's most closely guarded secrets. Why would you tell them all, everyone, that? What? That's secret? What? Even if they didn't know, that's terrible. Gregson told me in the strictest confidence. Dude, you just leaked some national secret. But you just announced it to everyone here, rather loudly, in fact. And if it's such a big secret, how would Mr. Benedict have come to find out about it? Here give me one explanation for that. Clearly it is because a man is a criminal. That's it. What? But what if he didn't know anything about the money in the vault? If he is a criminal, as you said, well now he does. Then buying a brand new shovel is sure to be the first thing he does now that you've revealed the secret. Oh. Or if he doesn't, well now he does. Maybe Mr. Windabank will. He already has plenty of shovels here after all. Oh my life! I assure you that I'm not so unscrupulous. Well, yeah, hopefully this has taught you all a valuable lesson. Yeah, sensitive information must be handled with the utmost of care. One can never be sure that someone privy to secrets won't disclose them, and once the word is out, it's out. Yep, perhaps I'll think twice before confiding in you next time, Mr. Holmes. An excellent idea, Mr. Naruhodo. An excellent idea. Ha 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 ha. Well then, Mr. Naruhodo, you know what to do, I'm sure. Yes, let's listen to that great deduction again and see if we can massage it into shape. Massage? I want a massage. Very well, then. Let us start once more from the beginning. Of Sherlock Holmes, magnificent logic and reasoning spectacular. Oh, finally. Hold on, Master Holmes. Okay. Finally, yeah. Finally, after deduction time. First saw him on busy registered as pawnbrokery today. Need to follow this pickpocket here, having had the redemption ticket stolen from me on the street. That's a lie. Truth is something quite different. Oh, can I like look around again? Feel by that which you hold in your hand. Yes, what brought you to the shop in the first place? The staff recruitment flyer! So, by Mr. Holmes' reasoning, Mr. Benedict came here in order to apply for a job so he could dig down through the floor. Yes, in an attempt to tunnel into the sewers to gain access to the money to the vault, in the vault of the bank across the road. But he wouldn't get very far with a broken shovel, would he? No, I think it's fair to say that his motives lie elsewhere. The question is, where? What did bring Mr. Benedict here at this particular point in time? Can I look at the flyer? Oh, it is a staff recruitment flyer. What? Let's look at it. It certainly is a flyer for Mr. Windabank's shop. Let's see. Windabank wants you! Pawnbroker assistant acquired. It's an eye-catching advertisement, that's for sure. I've seen the same flyer up here inside the shop, I think. Perhaps Mr. Windabank is always in need of some more staff. Mr. Benedict came here to apply for a job? Probably the back of it. That's just too hard to believe. Ah, see, there it is. Oh! I knew he knew that she was doing stuff. Oh! Look at all scribbled notes on the back of the flyer here. I don't believe it. What is it? Listen to what it says. Name, Gina Lestrade. Height, 5'2". Wait, she's... Never mind. She's short. Like a kid. Green cap, scruffy waistcoat, grubby white shirt, blue satchel ragged. The detailed description of Miss Lestrade. Goodness! There's even a sketch of her, hat and all. Although, if you showed it to her, she'll fire that smoke grenade launcher in his face for sure. And look! The details of this shop have been written down here too. Windabank's Pawnbrokery, Baker Street. Redemption deadline, 15th April. Which is today's date! Why would Mr. Benedict have all the information scrawled on the back of that piece of paper? Because he's... not. Yeah. Present this. Oh wait, oops, I already did this. Suspicious writing on the back of a suspicious flyer in the hands of a suspicious gentleman. I didn't think there was anything suspicious about the flyer, Mr. Naruhodo. Oh yes, just the straight's name and height and a description of the clothes she's wearing. Not to mention a sketch of her likeness, which I'm fairly sure she wouldn't take lightly. And today's date too, redemption deadline. Can't let this go, can we? It's far too suspicious. Well. Spot you first is this thing. Present. Good. You're following her. Yes, what brought you into the shop in the first place is the info about Miss Lestrade. Quite so, my dear fellow. You would appear that the writing and sketch on the reverse of the flyer pertain to the pickpocket, Miss Lestrade, and to Mr. Windibank's pawnbroker here. Oh. How do you know the password? Maybe you eavesdropped. You originally told us that you had merely given chase after Miss Lestrade stole the redemption ticket from you. But that, sir, is a thinly veiled lie. It is the information on the back of the flyer that led you here today, by which I mean here to Windibank's pawnbrokery, and today, redemption deadline of that overcoat. So you waited outside for the young girl matching the description you have written down to arrive. And you have gone to some lengths to hide the reason for a pursuit of Miss Lestrade. In other words, there is some ulterior motive for your actions. Because you want the disc, right? That was the whole point. He told you had the whole... He said it before. Cane, which you unwittingly clutch your person, exhibits an incontrovertible contradiction. Oh yeah, the name. What utter rot. I've heard this game for years. The contradiction which I speak is, of course... Lol. Dude, it was you literally just like put the spotlight on the initials. What? What's a furl? It's the metal cap commonly found on the end of a cane, Mr. Naruhodo. Oh, the bit that makes the nice clacking sound on the pavement? Oh, that thing. I don't know what it looks like, but... Yes, exactly. And Mr. Holmes is right. It appears to be missing on this cane. But it doesn't actually look broken, does it? No, it doesn't. Though the gentleman certainly did recoil when Mr. Holmes identified the cane as suspicious. In other words, there's some secret about the cane that Mr. Benedict would rather we don't know. Why would you not cover the cane's initial if you're suspicious about it? Okay. 8G. Watch it be like Alex Graham or something Graham. Look here, Mrs. Sutton. There are some letters on the handle. Ah yes, those must be initials, I think. In the West, it's customary for people to engrave their belongings with the first letters of their names. Wait, what is mine? It's LB! Yeah, it's LB, okay. So, Sherlock Holmes would be HS, you mean? Or SH? That's right. And the initials on this cane, obviously. Oh! AG. Why does it feel as though that's not quite right? Cause his name is not that? Yeah, I don't think I need to, like, search anything more if it's pretty obvious. Contradiction of which I speak of is, of course, the initialing. A most astute observation, wouldn't you say, Mr. Egbert Benedict? But he could just give a false name. Then he could be like, yeah, I don't give a real name because it's suspicious. We are led to believe, sir, that your initials are EB. Yet in a most possessive manner, you have in your grasp a cane bearing initials, AG. An incontrovertible contradiction, indeed. Would you not agree? No, you're wrong. This cane isn't. You said before that you'd had that cane for years. Man, my twirling. Much twirls. I can go and like dance in a ballroom, I swear. So don't try to tell us that you just borrowed it from a friend or found it in the park. In short, though you hold yourself to be a gentleman, you have withheld your true name. I mean, that's obvious because I thought the whole point was that you don't give your name. You recoil, sir. Is something wrong? And in your recoiling, you inadvertently facilitate the answer of the next conundrum to present itself. Namely, what is the truth behind this rod you bear? Yes, your reaction betrays the truth. The handle, which you inadvertently would like to conceal, is the key to understanding this riddle. I mean, it was, but I don't know. Let's consider the bare bones of what's happened here. Mr. Lestrade redeemed that fine-looking overcoat. And now a mysterious man has appeared, introducing himself with a fake name, and claiming that the overcoat belongs to him. But we know that he actually identified Mr. Lestrade from a written description, which suggests that everything else he's told us is untrue. So what we need to do here is to prove that the overcoat cannot possibly belong to him. It doesn't match. Is there like initials in the coat too or something? Oh wait, dude. What's going on with this little split seam? What? Oh, it doesn't fit. That's why. It doesn't fit, therefore it doesn't belong to him. I see, like, I don't know. He gained weight or something. Oh! The seam on the shoulder there is coming apart, look! So it is. Do you know? A moment ago when Mr. Benedict was surprised by something that was said, I thought I heard him make a rather strange noise. It sounded a bit like a tiny growl. Oh, I thought he was literally growling. And now, I think it's probably the sound of his seam ripping open. You look closely, it does seem to be a very tight fit. Sleeves are stretched to bursting, and he wouldn't have a hope of fastening it at the front. If he were to run around in it, I'm sure the whole thing would fall apart. That I'd like to see. What? What? You want to see what? Is that the what? Half-naked guy? What? How can we make Mr. Benedict run around? He's really giving this some thought. Okay, that's fine. It doesn't belong to you because it doesn't fit. The split seam, which you evidently would like to conceal, is the key to understanding this riddle, you see? Ugh. Yes, because the overcoat is rather obviously a poor fit. Having forced it over your broad shoulders, the seam is already breaking apart. My suspicions were aroused from the outset. When you so boldly lied about your name and so boldly waylaid this pickpocket. This catalogue of untruths has all been for one very specific purpose. The disc. To steal the article that the young girl redeemed from Mr. Winterbank. But what really irks me is this. The considerable crime I initially imagined has been considerably curtailed. Well, duh, it's not the bank anymore. To have someone with a redeemed item. Oh. Let's continue. Supposed deeds of this elaborate crime. Okay. Utterly absurd. Gentleman designed a wheeze to... Oh. You suggest that I, a gentleman, designed a wheeze to filch some tawdry article of pottage? Have you forgotten that I redeemed the article in the proper manner using the watchword? Oh my god, please stop. Had I not been the one to deposit in the first place, how could I possibly have known the relevant details? N'est-ce pas? Not... Is it not so? I think is what this means. I could be wrong. I vaguely know some French, but very little. Oh, but the watchword can be discovered from the ledger, right? Or look at the ledger. As you are only too aware, Mr. Benedict. Ah, and your furtive glance is more telling than I could have helped you. Just look at the ledger. It has everything written. What? Let us consider how one might come to learn a secret watchword relating to the pawn property of another. Okay, dude, not this one. This review by the council notice! Okay, yeah, dude, it's obviously the other one. Direction of the deduction must change rather dramatically now, I think. Yes, no more talk of tunneling into the sewers. Which is a pity because it all sounded rather exciting. Anyway, you can't deny that this mysterious gentleman didn't know the watchword. Yes, Professor. If you didn't know that word, Mr. Windenbank would never allow you to redeem the article. Or, looking at it another way, if you did know that word, Mr. Windibank would allow you to redeem the article, whether it was yours or not. The question is, could this gentleman have found the watchword out somehow? Why is the book just like out in the open? That's the problem that I'm having. Wait, why can't I click this? What? Isn't it this book? Oh, is it this one? I'll leave this one. Look at this, Mr. Sato. Ah, it appears to be a memo that Mr. Windibank has scribbled himself. Let's see, what does it say? Oh, Professor. Well, that was fast. Mr. Windibank must take a note of the watchwords his customers give him, right before their eyes. Wow. And in an alarmingly clear script as well. Oh dear, I don't know where to look. Who knows what other secrets I might see? Would it not be that one? I'll click the old lamp just because. This looks to be quite an old lamp, but it's obviously been well looked after. There's oil in it too. In other words, it's still in use. Yes, it would appear so. But as for how it could be related to Mr. Benedict knowing the watchword for the pawned article, I have no idea. That makes two of us. Okay, I'll just go with the other one. Oh, the picture of a cat? Anyway, this one. How would you know it's that one though? Maybe he came after or something? He like something before and after the guy came? The method is revealed by the note lid on the counter to which your eyes were inadvertently drawn. Yes, the broker here follows the same procedure whenever a customer comes to redeem an article. He asks the customer for the watchword and notes down the response uttered on a notelet he has to hand. Then he consults his ledger and confirms whether or not the watchword matches that of the article in question. I would expect nothing less of a diligent pawnbroker. But his diligence clearly has its disadvantages. What are you talking about? It's increasingly apparent that you were present in this shop before your accusation against Miss Lestrade. That's how you knew, right? In all likelihood, you followed her inside, and then— oh, wait, that's me. In all likelihood, you followed her inside and then observed her talking to Mr. Windibank. She probably said it, right? Because she had to. When the diligent broker made a note of the watchword, as is his common practice, you observed him writing the word professor on the note lid beside the ledger. Wait, was it she who pawned it then? Is that what that means? And that, sir, was the master plan you devised to steal the pawned article from the young Miss Lestrade. Master plan? Which brings us at last to the final chapter of this lurid scheme. Why would you go to such lengths to redeem that particular article from this pawnbroker, the disc that we were just talking about, dude? Are you quite serious? For an ill-fitting overcoat hardly seems to justify the effort, much less a worthless music box disc. It's the other disc. But naturally, you had a very good reason to make them yours, didn't you, Mr. Benedict? I have no idea what you're talking about. Allow me to present a rather interesting piece of evidence. You see, this picture postcard— what? I actually don't know what this one's about. Articles we're talking about are the overcoat and the music box disc that was in one of the pockets, which according to Mr. Windibank isn't even worth a penny. And yet this man went to such lengths to steal them. Why? I wonder if perhaps we already have the evidence we need to explain it, Mr. Naruhodo. Would we? Really? I better have a thorough look through all of it. So you know what? We do? Is it not just a disc? Oh, was something back? My god, how did she not notice? How did Miss Gina not notice this? Or McGilded, oh my god, it's the guy! The rich guy who got away with the crime. Well, he was definitely guilty. Oh, there's a little scrap of paper stuck onto the reverse side of the disc, look. And a scribbled word or two. It looks like somebody's name. Or McGilded. McGilded? It couldn't be. But it is, Mr. Naruhodo. A name I shall never forget for as long as I live. But why? Why is his name on this? Well, it's for him. Well, this is obviously the evidence. You're probably doing his bidding. You see, this music box disc tells us all we need to know. What's that? On the back? It reads, for McGilded. Ugh. Ugh. Mr. Magnus McGilded, an unfortunate philanthropist who perished in curious circumstances at the Old Bailey 2 months ago. A prominent man in London, though his loan-mongering demonstrated a distinct lack of scruples. So, you're an associate of his, are you? Or perhaps a subordinate? Mr. McGilded was a man of unusually small stature. In fact, he was precisely the right size for that overcoat that you've squeezed yourself into. How would you know that? I wouldn't even know if it fits me. Fits me by just looking at it. Ugh. Your true identity remains shrouded in mystery, Mr. Egbert Benedict. But the final conclusion here is crystal clear. The reason you came to this pawnbrokery today was to steal the disc for the guy? Was to retrieve an article left behind by the late Magnus McGilded. But which means... How does she get... Wait, but she has the cloak. That doesn't belong to her. Too. You know. Yeah. I mean, she was also trying to take it, right? Ooh, elementary. Well, Mr. Magnus McGilded, who is dead, by the way. Not a name I expected to hear in these circumstances. Mr. Holmes, I'm afraid there's something very troubling on my mind. Because, yeah, the girl has the coat the whole time. Pray tell, Miss Usato. Well, according to what Mr. Windenbank told us earlier, today was the final day on which the coat could have been redeemed, was it not? Yeah. Yes, ma'am, that is correct. Today would be precisely 2 months since it was first deposited. Well, today is 15th April, so 2 months ago today, was he already dead at the time? Would have been the 15th February, sir. That's right. It's all carefully recorded in my ledger. Deposited at 10:30 p.m. I see. What? But that suggests it wasn't him who deposited. Yes, 15th of February. It's precisely the day on which the omnibus murder took place. Oh wait, was that the day? In 10:30 in the evening. If I was saying evening, it's precisely the time at which the terrible events were unfolding. Suggestive is not the word. It would seem the matter is entirely beyond coincidence. Suspicious. Everything's suspicious now. You are, of course, at liberty to make whatever outlandish deductions you choose. However... Oh, what the? What? Oh my god, he's gone. I must insist you hand over the music box disc now. It would be a terrible shame for you to return to your native land in a box. What do I do? Okay, wait. I want to see what happens if I do this. I'm gonna die, but... There are some things a man must protect at all costs. This may well be one of those things. Then again, it may not. Oh! He has a gun too! Mr. Windenbank! This is my shop. I cannot allow any harm to come to my customers. If that were to happen, he's gonna die, dude. I should have to take my own life. No, please shoot. I shoot the guy first, okay? Mr. Windenbank, no! Alright, that's enough. Wait, who? Oh my god, the police! When did he get here? Inspector Gregson! Inspector. That's right, Sunshine. The alarm was raised on one of our dedicated emergency lines. So we got here as fast as we could. Now, what's all this about it? Oh, praise be! You're here at last! Thank you, you called. How did you call it? Is it one of those like emergency buttons you click like on the counter when something happens? I was moments away from forfeiting my own life, my own very own establishment. Dude, he looks like a perpetrator. The whole time. It would seem you have the upper hand. Dude, are you not going to go to jail or something? Right, you lot have got some explaining to do. I don't appreciate being bothered with some petty argy-bargy. What does that mean? Petty? Mr. Windibank very nearly met with his end. Yeah, by his own gun as far as I can tell. Oh dear. And the whole of Britain could meet with its end. If I don't get to the bottom of this case I'm supposed to be working on. The fries looks delicious. I'm hungry now. I didn't eat lunch yet. I had cereal this morning. What on earth is the case, Inspector? Spare no detail, Gregson. I might have said a little too much. No matter. It's nothing to do with you lot. Anyway, sir, you're gonna have to come with me down to the station. I wanna eat some too. Oh, it actually goes down. Oh, and it goes back up, and it goes back down. Is it infinite fries? Oh my god, he's infinite fries. Like, he resets it to 0. See, he resets it to 0. Oh my god. But I need something like that. Infinite food for everyone. But of course, Inspector. Oh my god! He's getting away! Get after him, lads! Where's all the beat officer too? Sir! Oh wait, the beat officer? Oh, I remember that guy. Oh my god! I know you get him. You had 3 officers with you. There's been a spate. Oh, potato. But he died. I mean, he got kicked. He got, you know, he got away easily. There's been a spate of thefts at pawn shops around here recently. So we fitted emergency buttons underneath the counters. Oh, nice. For brokers to let us know when there's trouble. Oh, Inspector, I was very worried there for a while. Very worried indeed. Now they do he always pockets his potatoes, and I feel so. How the heck would you? Why would you? Your pocket's gonna be oily. Oh my god, why would you do this? Now then, Mr. Permanently in mourning. Oh yes, oh yeah, because I'm always in black. I'll be taking that whatever it is, Miss McGilded's down to the yard. Thank you very much. Oh wait, I hope you're not part of McGilded's people. So hand it over. Oh yes, of course. No, don't give it to him. Oh yeah, she has not talked in like 20 minutes, I swear. It's mine, that is mine. Dude, it's McGilded though. I'm sorry, miss. Is it not McGilded's? Anything belonging to McGilded has to be taken in as evidence now. As evidence? If the police demand something over as evidence, my dear fellow, we have no choice but to capitulate. Capitulate? It's all yours, Inspector. Oh. And so, oh, that's the end of this time. So we handed Mr. McGillis' disc over to Inspector Gregson, and were similarly turfed out of the shop and onto the street. Was that the end? Well, that was 2 hours and 20 minutes.
Definitely sounds fishy that everybody wants McGilded stuff.
I know, maybe it's like a lot of money. Actually, technically it says for McGilded. It doesn't mean technically. Wait. He died at the same night, right? Which means someone else deposited there. Deposited his cloak. But then that person also put the disc says for McGilded on the disc. But that disc technically does not technically mean it belongs to McGilded. It just means that it's for McGilded. So it belongs to someone else. Possibly. So I don't know. So it could be any of those. Dude. And they call the beat officer, which is that weird guy with the lovey-dovey couple. So many things going on. Well, I don't know, but we'll see. For the meantime, I'll do this every week. On my Sunday, which is like the same time as now. Unless there's further plans. And then on weekdays, I'll do Hogwarts. Need to do some other stuff other than Hogwarts sometimes. Oof, that was fun. And that's the end of investigation part 1. Let me set up the thing for next week for part 2, just to have it written down. Yep. Now it's a great Sunday. I get to go and make lunch now. Lunch! Lunch, yes! Wait, where's my... I haven't played this game in so long that I scroll all the way down and reuse my settings. I'll set it for next week. The adventure... Oh! Well, I wrote the wrong name for this one. Well, okay. Let me change that for next time too. Or did I write the right name? I don't know. Unspeakable story. But yeah, I took a really nice long walk yesterday, so the rest of the day today is staying at home and doing nothing. Yay! Doing nothing. And watching movies. And watching stuff. Ah, the tale's too long. Part 2. Got it. That's too long, my title.
Have a nice lunch.
Yep. Everyone have a good day too. I'll talk to y'all later. I put nice pictures of flowers on my Twitter. Look at the nice flowers. I'll take a picture again when there's cherry blossoms. Have a good weekend. Bye-bye.